Hello. This is honestly one of my favorite games. You're gonna love this shit. It's brilliant. As you can see, once before. Actually, twice before. And we're just gonna do it all over again, because I can't get enough of this shit apparently. You know what they say about insanity. So, fuck it, start it. In the world of dragons, where loading screens are abundant.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the 5 worlds, or is it 6? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's done a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Hey man, I'm a simple creature too.
He is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
I thrive entirely on one brain cell. And look how far I've gotten.
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Shit, I've got some things to do too. Ah well, we'll play Spyro instead. Alright, watch this epic shit. Don't act like you're too good for me when I just saved you, fucker.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Oh, you took your time with that, thank you.
In the artisan world, then find the balloonist. He'll transport you to the next world.
What about Nasty Nork? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
Why is that all you can tell me? Okay, lazy. Ooh, people. Murder and pillage. Wake up, asshole. It's past noon, goddamn.
Where's Nasty Nork? I'll torch him.
Keep your horns on, Spyro. You have much to learn first. Do you know what the dragonfly following you is doing? His name is Sparks, and he's helping and protecting you. Keep an eye on him and see what I mean.
For those who don't know, Sparks is our life bar. It'll change colour depending on how much damage you've taken. So, gold, full health. Here's a puzzle they thought they were real special for making. And I love it. Sunny Flight, now we're gonna start with a normal level first. Stone Hill. Actually, you know what? Collect everything in the hub world as well. Or first, rather. Obviously we're gonna do it, because hub worlds are just regular worlds except more hubcaps, I think, is why they're called that. Definitely.
Hey, Spyro, press the jump
Hey,
button
Da Vinci.
twice to glide. And don't be afraid.
Afraid of what?
Falling from high mountain peaks? Plummeting into prehistoric glaciers?
Oh, that.
See, it's fucking adorable. And I do love the image of Da Vinci giving you the or teaching you about the gliding power. Clearly, they've played Assassin's Creed 2. Obviously, the parallels are everywhere. Why wouldn't you automatically assume that like I did? Now we're gonna get high right here. Brilliant. And let's check our guide. 1 more dragon and 41 more gems. Now I should probably say at this point that I've never actually played the original games. Reignited was my first intro into the series. Oh yeah, skill points too. Forgot about those. Alright, we're done for you. But I'm not unhappy about that. I mean, for all the problems this trilogy had, the Reignited one, most of it is a damn fine game. And I assume most of that did come from the original. But there's something to be said for the little touches, like all these dragons having unique designs and personalities. Which wasn't in the original, I do know. Oh my god. 23. Fuck, I've been careless already. Bruh, I swear I'm great at this game. Somehow I just... Actually, you know what? I blame that on Sparks. He's supposed to pick them up. I outsource all my menial labor to the fucking dragonfly. Which is why there's still 3 left in a map I've looked all over. Or they might actually be in that thing's mouth. Oh, we'll get started on a level proper. Oh yeah, rolling. You can roll in this game. Even though there's no point where you'd ever really need to do so. They see me roll and they forgetting, because it's useless. Fuck off, Ram. Take one look at the pecking order, you little shit. At any fucking point in history, a dragon would have fucking devoured a ram. Didn't you watch Game of Thrones? I swear that happened in season 5.
after you've freed all the dragons, pass through this fancy vortex thingamajigger. It'll take you back to the artisan home. But first, let me tell you a story.
No thanks. See ya!
Though, I will say, little animations like that, where he turns to leave but then the animation stops before the cutscene does, they do stand out. And while I love this guy's voice acting, I'm aware that some of those lines that are like that, where he's being a little shit, do get more emphasis in the right places from the original voice actor.
When you free a dragon or step
That helps with those little moments.
saving your progress, that could be useful
Especially
if you
since
run
they
into
wouldn't have had the
trouble.
animation back in the first game.
Not that you ever run into trouble, Spyro.
Me, run into trouble. Nah, haven't you seen my Skyrim playthrough? I'm nothing if not benevolent. Gavin? Well, that's not Gavin.
Spyro. His color indicates his power. When he eats butterflies, he stays strong, like me.
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone else says to Gavin. Yeah, sure, Gavin, whatever you say. Good work, Toys for Bob. Maybe just because of RT, but I don't actually associate Gavin with a big, baldy bodybuilder dude, skipped leg day. You know, just a completely top-heavy macho son of a bitch. These are supposed to be like invading Norks, as they call them. So why am I just killing the local shepherds? Fuck it. Dragon World is only for the dragons.
Spyro, my friend, how about a hint on gliding?
We got the Dragon Nation policy right here.
The longest glide, press the jump button at the top of your jump, and try pressing the action button to drop down mid-flight.
There's the son of a bitch. Now I'm under the impression from watching videos, but it was a long time ago, so I'm not sure. Fucking hell, did you see that? Your life was saved by a rock, motherfucker. But those guys are supposed to be harder than they are in the original games because the hitbox is sort of off, or the speed's changed a bit. Or the scaling of the world or something. No, seems fine to me. Again, not that I've played the original, and could comment on any sort of degree of accuracy in this game. Except what I've seen in other YouTube videos. When are you going to play Elmo's Number Adventure? I prefer to play Elmo's Murder Adventure. Didn't I once promise you, Raptor, that I would stream Spyro for you? Here you go. Isn't it everything you'd hoped for? Isn't it just beautiful? I mean, objectively, come on, you gotta say it is beautiful. You can beat Elmo's Number Adventure without killing a single Muppet. Well, you know, there are always downsides to every game. Alright, what have I got? Couple of gems, and I believe there's a flower I've got to kill. Because the Dragon Nation policy doesn't just extend to other sentient life. Gotta kill all the flowers too. I don't care for Spyro. My girlfriend likes froths over it because it's her favorite game. Because it's a great fucking game. Are you not so chill immediately after tuning in for this, what, 5 seconds? Clearly I'm very chill. Ah, pretty sparkles. Fucking left one somewhere. And I believe the pink tulips are around here somewhere. The secret tulip. Or maybe I'm just an asshole. Never mind. Maybe it's around the other building. How did Halo go last night, Rapper? Gotcha, bitch. The other three are absolute pros doing call-outs and getting kills. And you were not. I'm like, haha, blue man, go brr. It do be like that sometimes. Sometimes blue man do go brr. I am not a racist. Killed the fatty. And then gave myself a concussion. Brilliant. One thing I was always confused about in Spyro's design was his weird rattlesnake tail thing. What's going on with that? Kinda looks like a soft serve that's just gotten stale and stuck to the end of his tail. Banana flavored. Or fucking pineapple flavored. I tried pineapple chocolate for the first time not long ago. What is with people and wanting to put pineapple in everything? It's disgusting. Like, I don't mind pineapple, but pineapple flavor? It has never once worked. Seriously, name me one time pineapple flavoring has worked. Ah, whoops, I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh well, I can come back. You like pineapple soft drink? No! Get out of my stream. Disgusting boy.
Thanks, Spyro. I have the worst itch on the tip of my wing. Did you know that you get your longest glides by pressing the jump button at the very top of your jump?
Yeah, that's literally what the guy before last said. You're not original, mate. Get a daytime job, would you? Bull no longer go brr. What? Did you see that shit? You got stuck at the very... You got stuck on the enemy's model, but it didn't register as an attack. So the bitch got a free one on me.
Spyro, did you see a man dressed in blue running around here? He's a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. You've got to track him down and get that egg. Run, run! I'm getting a little winded.
I think that's my favorite dragon of the entire game. Mostly just for the whole throwing the cleaver thing. Why are all these dragons super posh? I told you, they're an elitist... They're an elitist class and race. Why do you think we're going around and just killing the local wildlife? It's a one dragon policy. A one dragon nation policy. Rather. I can't remember. I know it's the stairs, isn't it? Shit. He pulled a fast one on me, but not fast enough. I mean, name one game that's got more Purple Dragon than this one. Can you? No. Best game 2020. Purple Dragon is life. Ah, look, I rescued 4. Confirmed this is part of the MCU. I was always more of a Banjo fan. Yeah, but I guess people are allowed to have the wrong opinion. Is that everything? No. Well, he's leaving a couple somewhere. I have to come back anyway, so it's just... Truth, that's why you're playing this. Ooh, you played the Uno reverse card. No, you. No, you. When was the last time Banjo-Kazooie got a HD remaker? Didn't think so. And again, Jesus Christ. And again. And I don't even know what happened that time. We parried each other with our foreheads. Very good, very good. Elite tactics. All the cool 90s characters are in Smash. You know, I try to argue that, but unlike some boomers, I wasn't born... I mean, I was born in the 90s, but I wasn't really aware in the 90s. Wait, is Spyro not in Smash? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's funny. Is Banjo-Kazooie not in PlayStation All-Stars? Checkmate, atheist. No, that's Fat Princess, aka your mama. Who's Fat Princess? Cool. And another one bites the dust. So Fat Princess is kind of like an RTS game where everyone controls one character and each team tries to steal the enemy's princess. Oh. Did they play this game during the age of the dinosaurs? And you make it harder for them by feeding yours cake and she gets really fat and hard to carry. Okay, I take it back. That's an interesting idea for a game. Let's do a nice little flyby. It's fairly recent to be aged. This just super... Yeah, another stroke. It's fairly recent, to be honest, just super obscure and nobody played it. They put Fat Princess in PS All-Stars. Ah. Why didn't they put the dog from Dog's Life in PlayStation All-Stars? Wait, I'm not supposed to start with trains, am I? That's not the tactic. No, too late. And nobody knew who it was. Well, you could say that for quite a few of the newer Smash characters. I mean, who's the lady with green hair? It was from like getting distracted. Was it from yeah, Pellet. Yeah, that one. I actually have to restart this now. Yeah, Kid Icarus, that was the one. Oh, and Kid Icarus himself was one fairly obscure NES game. Kid Icarus on DS is a huge cult classic now. Ah, yeah, that's right. Well, cult classics are... I mean, that's the definition. They're pretty obscure, they're just well loved. I mean, you could say the same for, Ness, because he was in the original Smash, wasn't he? Damn it, I fucked this up. One weird thing is the progression in this first game of the flights This first one is harder than any of the ones that follow. Yeah, same with Captain Falcon. Oh yeah, because he's from a racing game and you never actually see the driver, so wasn't he made like for Smash? He was just like mentioned in the actual F-Zero games. It's a long story how he got in. Well, it's always a long story when I get in. Hey. Essentially, Smash was a dragon-human hybrid fighting game. Yeah, I've seen the old beta screenshots with the weird polygonal human models. Then they changed it to put in Nintendo characters, yeah. And then they changed it to put in just about any character. So it gave Captain Falcon a character slot. Because they didn't want to waste the models and moves for the initial dragon. That's right. Even though his game he wasn't even the main character. So is Spyro not actually in PlayStation All-Stars? Because Insomniac was a Sony subsidiary, wasn't he? No, jeez. What a waste. Is there a skill point for this? No. Well, is Crash in PlayStation All-Stars then? Surely. That would be like... no Mario in Super Smash. Big no. What?
Big enemies like this Nork with the club cannot be charged.
That is so fucking reversed.
To defeat them.
Fat Princess, but no Crash. Ratchet and Clank, yep. And Jack and Daxter with the big selling points, of course. What about Sly? Had Raiden, Dante, Sly, yep. Cole, Nathan Drake, and the weird kid from Ape Escape. Yeah, I know the weird kid from Ape Escape. He was the one that sat in the back of the class in high school. Funny that he made it into PlayStation All-Stars. After that, all I ever saw him doing was smoking at the bus stop at the local mall.
Oh, it's you. I wasn't sure if
Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. The dude from Killzone somehow, yeah.
wouldn't bother me, but here's
I mean, they hadn't lost the rights to Crash or Spyro by that point, had they?
but a charge attack will take care of them.
Or No, because they were both purchased by Activision, I suppose, so I guess... Can't remember the rest. A lot of nobodies. Of... Heihachi? Who the fuck is that? A lot of nobodies in PlayStation All-Stars. Just like in Neo Tokyo Arcade. Shots fired. From Tekken. Oh, fighting games, no wonder. Ouch. Damn right, ouch. I'm calling you out, mister. Oh, here's the fucking... Apparently I couldn't see that. I kill you first every... To be fair, I don't last long in Among Us anyway. Especially if I'm the imposter. Also, not an original idea. Odin already kills me first every round. I'm just making enemies.
Oh, your secret's safe with me.
Been streaming for what, 2 weeks? Probably got a few arch nemesis. I have that effect on people. Give me that booty. Nice. Nice. You gotta look. Adult shit. Fuck, I hate adult shit. Alright. I will have fun. I always have fun, Spyro. You have fun trying to keep yourself alive and shit. Ah, shit, I thought the last gems were in there. No, I'm just an idiot. Brilliant. Where did I leave a couple of $1,000 worth gems lying around? They call me fiscally responsible Quarren. Sarcastically, because it's a terrible name. If I were a couple of $1,000 gems, where would I be hiding? Of course, right over there. Right in all the old familiar places. You know, that really reminds me of the big head, the big whiz pig head from Diddy Kong Racing. Which came first, Spyro, the original Spyro? Because it uses that trope like another 3 times in the final world. So which came first? Didn't they come out in like the same year? I think there was a bit of insider trading between Rareware and Insomniac. Fuck, I hate these dogs. Forgot they can live through being burned alive. Fucking dogs. Oh, that's what the roll's for. Always wondered. Never mind. Eh. What? I was in the air! I hate these fucking dogs. They're the only enemy in all 3 of these games, except for maybe like 1 or 2 bosses, that actually prove to be any kind of challenge. And I hate that. No challenge in my Spyro game. We wouldn't want people getting motivated. Oh, you just run backwards. What about when there's more than one? Will that still work? Probably not, because there'll be at different angles. Ah, isn't that nice? And definitely FDA approved that red water. Or whatever the Australian equivalent is. And these working conditions also definitely OSHA compatible, compliant. Nah, you can't traverse different levels or different heights in a game world, stupid enemy. That would just be realistic. And that would be silly. We all know dogs can't walk upstairs. Or even high jump upstairs. Counter to popular belief. I only speak facts, people. Get wrecked, people. Just spitting truths. Like, this guy is ugly. See, that was a big ouchie. You know, I'm not suggesting anything, but this would be a nice suicide spot. Especially for someone named Nevin. Disclaimer, if your name is Nevin, I don't recommend you try that. It has a tendency to be backfiring? Let's go with backfiring. Oh look, Toasty. The one boss in video games who has got to not be a boss. Boss mechanics. As much as I love this game, I can recognize all the flaws. Oh, that worked out rather well. But it's these 3 motherfuckers, which are much easier than I was letting on. Except that one still fucking decked me. There we go. Killed the local flora and fauna. I think this is going to be a great day for all mankind, all dragonkind. We don't accept men here either. One dragon nation policy. Alright. Making progress.
Wow! I see you've been busy rescuing dragons, Spyro.
And I see you've been a fucking lazy cunt. What of it?
You may travel to the Peacekeeper's world if you like.
Oh, you get to decide.
Are you
To
ready to go?
you, who sits here on a dock all day, gets to decide whether I travel. Actually, that's exactly how that works, isn't it? Thought that joke was going somewhere. And I guess you could say it was going to the Peacekeeper's world.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against
Yeah, you
us.
look real peaceful, mate.
Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
You look like you came from the Hunger Games world, the rich part of it. The real peaceful part, as we know. Peacekeepers, my ass. You're peacekeepers in the way Jedi were peacekeepers in the Clone Wars. By just killing everybody. You seriously trying to use long-range weapons in a space this small? Okay, you guys honestly have this coming. Although they are pretty pathetic. And also very phallic. Look at that, just the tip. Wait, there's a... Scare 6 Norks into tents, that's right. Forgot about that one. Always forget about that one. You, in your tents now. Don't open those flaps, open the flaps of the tents and get in them. Little shits.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterfly.
Are you telling me you got that fat of butterflies, mate? That's a lot of fucking butterflies. That's some genocidal bullshit. Yeah, nice try, missed. Can it make shots this small? It can. Even though you don't adjust the distance at all. If I did it now... Smart cannons. Some kind of smart. Speaking of smart, I don't have any of those. Well, that just ruins the joke, doesn't it? Oh, at least I can do this again. And actually scare them all into tents before I kill them this time. all still dead. And I left these behind. You know, this particular song of the track obviously works for the environment, which is why I can't help but think I'm suddenly playing Tasmanian Tiger, because this is such a song from that game. Except for this part, with the military tones. Can I do property damage to this place? Nope. No domestic terrorism for me. Sad. Although I guess we'll go to do some regular old terrorism later when we get to the boss world. Or the final world. Ganna! We rescued Ganna!
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
One disassociation you'll have from this game if you didn't play the original is this whole thing about Spyro's destiny, because it's never mentioned anywhere in the game, but in the original game's manual it describes it in very brief detail. So it's weird that it comes up as a plot point at all. But I guess that's what those old early PlayStation games were like. Similar to Nintendo's. Like how Mario's actually killing residents of the Mushroom Kingdom every time he breaks a block in the original game. Don't you love when you're accidentally committing genocide? I know I do. Alright, that's everything. Except for the... Oh no, I did it. Somehow. Counting with Spyro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, guys. You've counted to 6 already. One thing I never understood. It's so obvious that the first game in this Reignited trilogy got all the love. And with 2 and 3 they started to run out of time, and they even now outsourced some of the work to another company for the third one. And yet the first one is the only one that has anything that could be considered close to long loading screens. It's not as bad on PC, but on consoles, it's ridiculous. Yeah, nice shot, bitches. There's nothing for Dry Canyon. No, there's nothing until the boss for this hub. Gave him the old flankaroo there. Stop shooting me, I'm trying to steal your treasure. Or is it I'm trying to steal your pleasure? That too. Give me all your happiness. Because I've run out of my own. Edgy.
you for releasing me, Spyro.
Your name is Conan. That's a cruel joke the others played on you. See, you'd expect dragons to be noble and regal and all that. Biggest assholes in this bloody universe. At some point I wish that bird would just throw up. I should have just added that to the animation. Would have been great. You were aiming straight ahead. You curved that bullet. We're gonna have a competition to see who can fire with the curliest rifle.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
Yeah, that'd be my response too, mate. Shut up, Spyro, you nerd. You having a bit of trouble finding me, mate? The first thing he does when I enter the room is tilt his gun off to the complete side. Are these our first ranged enemies we've come across? I think it is. Maybe that's why. Though the dogs are still way harder, and I never have to deal with a dog again. Which I'm not complaining about. Who wants to deal with dogs? Says a former pet sitter. Maybe that just validates my concerns. Wow, I missed you. Fucking A. Would you just get 3rd degree burns already? Come on. Shut up. I can hear this padding around from like the other end of the map. Now, as far as I can remember, is there something down? Wait, first things first. And that's probably the second hardest jump in the game. Yay, we did it. Go team. Ooh, this one's special.
I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
I'm sure it tastes as good as, say, a dragon with Down syndrome. Oh, look. A firing squad. and they're all dead. That's how that works. Nice try. Evil? Oh, that was a mediocre movie.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
Fuck all.
I forget.
Nice pecs, mate. Oh, and those triceps. No. Not triceps. What's the other one? The back one? Plats? Something like that. Why did I think it was triceps? You know, those big triceps you've got on your back. As you can tell, I'm clearly a buff guy. I can name all the muscles and the fingers. I mean, they're important for certain activities. Why get biceps when you can have thick fingers? For pulling triggers, so to speak. And also probably literally, if you live in one of those countries. I never noticed Spyro had splotches on the back of his head. I need to see a doctor, man. Clifftown. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Is this the really good one? I think it might be. We'll find out one day, I'm sure. There we go. It is. Lovely. I do like this map. It's going to be one of the more explorative ones, really. Like, they're all about exploring, but this one, I think, achieves that most. Because the map is actually got different sort of landscapes. So you've got a whole bunch of town and a temple, which you do actually have to get behind. It took me ages to figure that one out. And you got sort of wide open desert up there. But mostly the town makes a good for, well, obviously hiding all your precious gems. And it gives a good motivation to explore, to see what's in every nook and cranny of this town. Especially since it's got these really fun enemies that are what are they called? The bull. Ah, shit. Having a blank. But they adapted the red cloak that that profession has. Whatever the fuck it's called. 1 second. This guy's really fucking distracting me. He's being a little bitch. Yeah, by playing on that concept with the metallic shields, which is part of the gameplay mechanics.
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charging with your horns, that should do the trick.
Yeah, these guys. Those gems sitting on the edge of the cliff and they were feeling a bit blue. I just saved those gems. Did I remember to light up the last cauldron? I did not. Casualty. I was willing to make that sacrifice of random lizard number 15. Although these are some of my favourite health drops. Oh, you're trying to be intimidating. That's cute. Hold on. We'll get up there eventually, I swear. See, lovely looking cranny inside this structure. Whatever this is. Seriously, what the fuck is this supposed to be? It's an entryway to something, but it just lets everybody up onto the roof of it. Oh, except they get stopped here for some reason. Well, I'm glad they installed this pathway into this building's architecture. It was definitely necessary. He blew up in midair and went even further. That is so satisfying. More enemies should just blow up after you knock them into the air, hence knocking them into the air further. Getting knocked around so hard. My baby would be jealous.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Well, thanks, mate. That's a fucking question. Calm down. Before we go over there, and I see some gems I've missed. Let us break some real thick steel with a simple firework. Shit. Is what I'd call that jump. Alright, now we'll go over to the desert. Nice climbing glide over more FDA approved water. Honestly, this is probably what comes out the pumps of a Fanta factory. Didn't collide with that one at all. Well, the hitbox, well, the models didn't, but the hitbox did. And that time it worked as it probably should have. Ow. Fucking burb. You're supposed to get scritched, not do the scritching. Stupid burb. You know, I used to really want to have a bird as a pet. Wouldn't that have been stereotypical? Never noticed that guy's wings were metal, and his voice actor has to be the same as oh shit. The cheetah. What's his name? Hunter. That's the one. Ah. Building rejected me. First time I played this game, these took me so long to find. And that's everything. Cool. Alright. Another good loot and pillage and mass murder and whatnot. This peaceful cliff town. That just liked hanging out in the desert with their pet birds. And all their pets are dead now. Thanks, Spyro. Ah, yes, comrade. Built yourself in the image of Comrade Putin. Very good. Did those bats just attack me and then get eviscerated?
Wait until you
By
grow
cutscene magic?
like me before charging those large enemies.
Here's some dead bats I prepared earlier. Ta-da! It's magic. You just look like a cheeky little boy. And then you become quite homicidal. Do you think that hurts?
Spyro.
It hurts like hell.
Up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor
This is a vulture passing itself off as a dragon. Day 15. Continue to go unnoticed. They suspect nothing. Ooh, I love these guys. Time to die, buddy. Brutal. Not you. You die like a bitch. And you throw like a bitch. But you die quite nicely, that was nice. Good death, 10 out of 10. Good death again. Interesting point, I guess you could say, about this game. The enemy variety is great. Every level has its own version on the basic sort of enemy archetypes. And what that means is, for all the good enemies, like these awesome ones that you get at knockoff cliffs, well, not those ones, but like the one back in the cave, they only turn up once. And then the fun's over. Unless you just want to restart the level, of course, but in a normal playthrough they'd only turn up once. But then the bad enemies, like the fucking dogs, also only turn up once. Wonder if there's any repeats at any point. Don't think so. Well, good job, Spyro. These ones. Fuck off, bats. I will kill you and eat your butterfly insides. Do. Death by Grape Fanta. This is one of the few times this concept appears. We have to knock a pole to knock the gem off the top of it. I think there's like one other time in this game and then that's it. If that. I might be making that up. Probably making that up. I do that unconsciously now. Purple Skeet-Skeet. That's the purple Skeet-Skeet ability.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
I ask myself that every day. Except, I never say I'm ready. I always ask what I'm not ready for. I guess the answer is always the same. Fucking everything. Why didn't they bother to hide anything in here? What's the point of this then? See, the prime quality of this game, as soon as this twat stops talking, the prime quality of this game, something that lends itself to streaming really well. Oh, I never knew how to get up there. But, the mechanics are so simple, and the level design is, the levels are designed to turn those mechanics into something very intuitive. So you can zone out of this game and zone back in like 20 minutes later and you've completed 3 levels and you're like, how did I do that? I didn't think about that for 1 second. Except for obviously for 1 level every now and then that throws a particular puzzle at you or something. Like this one is one of the more complex ones, but still for the most part, you could do something completely different. Probably don't even have to stare at the screen, your hands could probably just take it away. And you'd be fine. That's why I like this game. It is the definition of a chill game. No pun intended. Like, you might think of... Minecraft is a good one, but there are only sections of that you could zone out for. You wouldn't call it the majority. Well, I guess it depends on how you play it, I guess. Alright, that's an awkward example because it depends on how you actually play it personally. But what's another game considered to be of the more relaxing variety? The Sims? Now, if you think about it, The Sims has some complex systems, so to speak. It's just made to resemble real life, so those systems fall into an area that you already understand without really having to play the game too much. But if you zone out, you know, you're not going to progress so much because they can't fucking take care of themselves. It's designed that way. A platformer is a good basis for that exact kind of concept. I think Spyro is the one that really gets it right. I mean, obviously you can rule out hardcore platformers that try to be the opposite, but more explorative platformers, collectathons and the sort. Although to some degree, not even those ones. There's something of a lack of difficulty curve in these games. I think 2 has more of a difficulty curve than 1, And 3 has more of a difficulty curve than 2, so I guess if you play the games as a whole. But as a general rule across any single one of these games, you won't find much of a difficulty curve from the first world to the last world. Enemies maybe have faster attack patterns or something like that, but because it's the same basic mechanics, you know, you've just got to adjust them so slightly. And usually not in any particularly unnatural way. It's like I was saying earlier with the these flight levels kind of portray the opposite, where the first one is the hardest just because it gives you no direction, whereas this one has a very obvious path. And they continue that trend for the rest of the levels in this game and then forward into the next games. But the regular levels just kind of remain stagnant. And I actually kind of dig that about this game. Obviously it wouldn't work for every game. But if you wanted a game to be relaxing, minimizing a difficulty curve seems like or a difficulty progression over the course of the game seems to be taking it too far, because nice job. Because gameplay mechanics can also increase. Speaking of no difficulty curve, suicidal enemies, brilliant. But the gameplay mechanics, the challenge in gameplay mechanics. What was I saying? Something ironic at this point. Like I said, small variations on the formula. Like for example, these ones you don't even have to kill. You just dodge them. And sometimes you don't even really have to do that. You just have to be moving when they get into screen. And they kill themselves. But gameplay mechanics can parallel narrative. Fuck. Got distracted by these suicidal pricks. Tension. Narrative tension. I can't remember what I was talking about anymore.
But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Alright, Big Bertha. But this game isn't particularly narrative focused, so don't really need that either. I'm trying to say it's a unique circumstance in which this would work. Because even chill games are usually required to have a difficulty curve. Just for very basic entertainment purposes. Alright, what's your thing? You I mean, clearly there's a lot of tension in this. Okay. Then again, I've played it a few times, so I usually remember, sort of, not particularly, what the mechanics are for that fight. Yay. Alright. Beastkeeper's done. How's our time? Oh, wow. Alright, next is magic, isn't it?
I can't believe how fast you found so much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the magic
Yeah, I have a way of sniffing out quote unquote stolen treasure. Alright. This is the point in the stream where we take a quick bathroom break. So go do that. And we're back. For better or worse. Yeah, Magic Crafter's World. See, you're not that clever. Oh shit. Cosmos. This guy better be high. Ah, no, he's just high on himself.
I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
And I want you to go see a dentist, mate. You look a bit too British. Forgot about that. Why do you even bother then, if you're just gonna sit up there and laugh and not attack me? And if it's to protect yourself, why don't you just leave it up? Because you're a cocky asshole, even though I saw me just murder your friend. And what the fuck happened there? What can I want a slow-mo replay on that one. What the fuck just happened? Looks like he just spontaneously combusted. Right, you can't try to cut these people off too much, otherwise they'll just switch direction of there. You gotta find the perfect angle. And murder some sheep while you're at it, apparently. Why did you even bother right? It's just a reflex at that point, he's like, definitely about to die, but you know. Raised that roof one more time. Raise the roof. Even though it was the floor. Excuse me while I snack on microphone.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Mukbang ASMR, what do you think? Good stuff, I say. Quality content.
This portal leads to a special place
Oscar worthy.
You can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
That was another example of one that's supposed to be that the original voice actor, a line that they gave in a much more snarky tone, gives it a little more context. I do love the current voice actor, but yeah, I guess they could have given a bit more direction with that. Shit. I remember a cave that I forgot to go back in a while back. Do you have to come from up here? Maybe. Yes. Or I've missed shit elsewhere. There's nothing behind here, is there? No. I missed another cave. There's nothing around here, is there? Don't think so, it's just a path for the thief. What has Quarren forgotten? Besides how to feel happiness. Oh, that. Fucking dolt. Yeah, let's go to Alpine Ridge. You know, I've been watching the Netflix show The Witcher again. For like the third time. Because I like it so fucking much. Now, I don't... As much as I actually love cinematic fantasy, don't actually watch much of it. Like, true fantasy, epic fantasy, that sort of thing. Like, Lord of the Rings and the early seasons of Game of Thrones and whatnot. Ones that thrive on building a world. So I can't say this for a certainty. Well, I guess... One second. Gonna kill all these bloody cheap knockoffs of Star Wars monsters. So is it just me, or is The Witcher, while not experimental as far as film genre goes, but specifically for the genre of fantasy, you could call it experimental in structure, which I think is, you know, uniquely experimental in structure, because I haven't seen... Well, I'm sure there's probably other fantasy that does the whole non-linear narrative thing. But they're also... Again, can't confirm this, don't know for sure. But... Oh, I thought that was going to be a whirlwind. Oh, well, I can come back. As soon as I do this annoying part of the game, where you have to, in order to progress, you go into the settings, you do that. Because the physics engine is broken, and it'll let you through. And then you can turn it back up. It was ahead of its time. Gameplay mechanics. Menus. Graphics settings. These words are synonymous. But in terms of say for instance, in addition to non-linear narrative, the camera work. One thing I really loved is, I think it's the final episode, spoilers by the way.
Thank you for releasing me.
That guy had neon horns. Guess Disco never died in the Dragon Kingdom. But there's a... not much to spoil, there's a big battle in the final episode, as you'd probably expect from a fantasy. And one thing I love that I haven't seen in any other fantasy I've watched is the use of rolling Dutch tilts. It does give it a much more... if you've seen it, you might know what I'm talking about, or you might not have noticed it, but you'll definitely have felt the sort of a subconscious effect it has. Dude. You're not a summoning type of magician, wizard, sorcerer, whatever. So you go for the next best thing, which is stuffing a creature into a hole so you can raise the hole when someone comes by, as if you summoned the creature. You know, you are a magician, not a sorcerer. Because that is some fake shit.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up,
Never noticed this guy had crystal wings that are broken. You pick up details on these guys every time you play. But yeah, I mean, it does give it a more magical feeling, talking about The Witcher again. Because it happens at the same time that there's some sort of telepathic, empathic stuff going on between the characters. And sort of vision/stream related ways of perceiving it. But while that's could be pretty standard for even films that, while not epic fantasy, have fantastical elements, and then things like intense dramas or actions and stuff like that. But I don't remember a point in Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings where you see that type of camera work. I'm wondering, is that a sort of thing? Because the point of fantasy like of that degree is to create a believable world, to contextualize its action. I'll wait until it sounds again. So having more structural, more experimental structural type elements like camera work and whatnot kind of risks pulling you out of the world that they spend so much time and money trying to build. Because you don't notice in regular old editing and regular old handiwork, hence why I noticed this particular camera work in The Witcher, because it was so out of place, as far as I could tell. Again, I haven't actually watched that much. Epic fantasy. But standard techniques, audiences have been programmed over years to just expect and stop consciously noticing. So they're less likely to pull you out of this world, whereas if you, like me, notice that The Witcher has done a rolling Dutch tilt. As much as I love it, you could say it pulls you out of the world because you've just been pulled out of the film. So it means you've been pulled out of the world of the film and realize, although this may feel magical, you've also kind of ruined the magic because you're now starting to notice the structures of filmmaking rather than, say, the structures of a fantasy world. You know what I mean? Even if I took 15 minutes to explain it in about 2-minute intervals, with about 1-minute intervals to fail at this game, such as now. Give me time, I'll learn to do both. Now this is a trap. Also, that is stupidity. I feel like I should have made that jump. No, it's back. Ooh. No, that was on me. Pressed the button at the wrong time. There we go. May as well have just stood there and taken the explosion, because I ended up dying so much trying to jump back and forth between the platforms anyway. Oh, I'm still missing shit. 15. Another concussion. Luckily Spyro doesn't have too many brain cells to lose. Right, what am I missing? Oh, right, of course, it's back at the, No, wait, I went that way, didn't I? To get back to the beginning of the map. Oh, wait, I think I know where I've left them. Yeah. Or maybe not. Stupidity is another good reason for this. And clearly the right one. Probably just gonna be a green one sitting in grass somewhere. And I refuse to let Sparks tell me. Dragonflies are partly allowed to stay in the Dragon Nation under the Dragon Nation policy. Even though they wouldn't actually share any common genes. What am I not seeing? Oh, hello. Baal the female Gulk. Yes, free field to lurk. I'm sure as soon as I find whatever gems I'm missing here, this will turn back into a very interesting stream. Assuming it was one in the first place. Which I can tell you right now. Maybe. Fuck it, Sparks. Give me the answer. it is just going to be sitting in grass somewhere. It's going to be a green gem sitting in grass somewhere that I just couldn't see. Or it's going to be... No, it's an entire chest. I should go into Mensa. Clearly. Alright. I think that's one of my least favorite worlds. Especially when it comes concerning the whole you have to turn down the FPS to be able to continue it halfway through, but even in basic level design, I think that one just has the least intrigue. Don't worry about that, it's interesting regardless. Well, I'm glad you think so. It's been an interesting 2 minutes for you, has it? I guess because of the aesthetics of Spyro, it is always just nice to look at it and listen to it. Even if the person talking loudly over the top of it ruins the atmosphere. But I bought a microphone. I'm gonna force people to listen to my nonsense. Yet again, I think we have another example here of what this particular flight level is so purposely pathed out for you. Like the second one. Yet another way you see that, in addition to just getting used to the mechanics of the flight levels, the first one has to objectively be the hardest one in this game. Because I guess they wanted you to have the sense that you could tackle it in your own way, even though there's definitely a right path. And then in the second one onwards, they just give you the path, in it, as I said, in addition to you already starting to get experienced in that mechanic. So it creates a reverse difficulty curve. But I still love it. That dude yeeted me out of the middle of the air into the ground. See, that was a proper crush. Well, the other guy did. A little less physical, you could say. Yeah, nice ambush, dude. If you take... Well, that was bad. And I was just about to insult an enemy for bad reaction time. Never mind. As I continue to demonstrate it. Okay. I'll learn eventually. Go for these guys first. I'm slow, but I get there. See? Genius. FaZe Clan for Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I'm totally in it.
Welcome to Wizard Peak. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
I love this particular level, if for nothing more than these supercharged pads everywhere. It's fun just mindlessly committing homicide by running at Mach 3 into unsuspecting people. Now there's a... yep, cool. Why would you give away your position by laughing at me behind a wall? That's a bad thief. Stealth. So stealthy. It was a bit overkill, mate. I was already falling to my death. What does adding a concussion to that mix give you?
Well done, Spyro. Thank you for releasing me.
Shit. The first guy's dying body covered up the second guy. Couldn't tell the distance. I feel like the thieves on this world aren't even trying. One of them thought he'd be protected behind a wall, which he was until he just started laughing when I got close. Like a child who's lying about doing something stupid. And the second guy just stood next to a pool. I thought that would be enough of a defense. I'm gonna take that.
Listen carefully, Spyro.
Oh, I love that detail that the
In the artisan's home world near the
orb
Try
shakes around when he moves his head.
Artisan's homeworld? Waterfall. Sounds good.
Makes you really wish that in the third game they would have had the time to do the same treatment that they gave these dragons to the baby dragons. Would have been so good. If they just hadn't rushed it. If that's a supercharge, that was a super concussion. Actually, a super concussion is just called brain damage. Yeah, what am I missing? Alright, how do I get up there? As far as I can remember... Yep. Another good level design, actually. In addition to having the fun area with all the supercharged pads, you still get to keep that exploratory nature in a Path B. Some levels do one or the other quite well, with a certain adventure aspect or a certain exploration aspect, but this one just says, fuck it, we'll do both. And I love it for that. Did I miss? I missed someone. Where's the other window come out? Sorry, sheep. That was a little more brutal than I anticipated, and completely accidental, officer. Ah, it's just around here, isn't it? Is it? Am I making this up? Nope. It always relieves me to know when I'm not lying to myself. Hello, Raptor. Finished adulting? Did you get any good groceries? I don't know if you were there when I talked about it last time. I think you might have left a little earlier. But have you seen these Dare Iced Coffee partnered with Arnott's to make these iced coffee versions of the you did get an iced coffee. Fucking called it. But they've made iced coffee versions of the mint slice biscuits they make. I actually wouldn't recommend them. They're kind of mediocre, really. The iced coffee flavor is very weak. Mostly you just taste the chocolate biscuit underneath. Alright, let's go kill Blowhard. Which iced coffee did you get? Did you go for Dare or Icebreak? Or what's that other one? The Dairy... What was it called? Farmers... something? Always Dare, yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with Icebreak, it's just not quite as good. What'd you go for, a double espresso? Mocha? Triple espresso? Boss mechanics. Nah, standard boy. Get that sugar. Well, there's a... If you want sugar in yours, you can still go for the double or triple espresso because they match the increased caffeine with like 3 times the sugar. Or did you ever try that disgusting, naturally sweetened one? That was awful.
Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
And the caramel latte, did you ever try that one? That one was just a weaker version of the regular one. There's nothing caramel about it. More boss mechanics. Epic boss battle that was. Alright. 3 worlds done.
For recovering so many of our dragon eggs.
What do you mean your dragon eggs? You look like a... What is that, like a... wombat or something? A tanuki?
Hop aboard for the Beastmaker's world if you're ready. Would you like to go?
With some serious disproportional weight problems. Or do dragons impregnate other species, like a parasite, to get their eggs? He's voiced by Patrick's Warburton in Skylanders, who is the balloonist. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, Skylanders was originally supposed to just be another Spyro property, wasn't it? Can you dive? Yeah. It's just instant death well. Platforming obstacles. This is some hardcore shit.
Nasty North is turning our swamp into an electrified jump heap. And it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
Swamp people. Actually, I never watched that show. I'm not exactly ashamed to say that. Shit. That I am ashamed of, though. Well, that was a smarter way to do it. Nice try. That was close. Gladys. It really is swamp people.
It's great to see you, but I gotta go.
Well, I'm glad we had this conversation. Thanks, Cletus. That was so supposed to be a trap. If you kept charging.
I feel so sorry for all the dragons still trapped in Crystal.
Well, you could always do something about it.
Maybe
Cray.
once you've rescued 50 dragons, I'll feel a little better.
Maybe once I've rescued 50 dragons, you'll feel a bit better. You're just the worst, aren't you, balloonist? Shit, that mushroom was volatile. You could say it got smoked. Even though you don't smoke mushrooms. That was a bad one. Alright. Just let me check. Oh, I forgot to do both of those. Alright, we're gonna go back real quick. Do those and then we'll call it a stream. I always forget about the skill points. Alright, ride this for 10 seconds. And I get a skill point for doing this right here. Skillful. I am super pro. Wait. Why did you do a platform for 10 seconds? Yeah. Surely it's been 10 seconds. Why am I not getting it? Maybe it means one of the ones moving back and forth. Well, it means this one. Even more skillful. Just majestic. The dragon in its natural habitat and its natural behaviors. This is how it procures a mate. It rides some platforms around for 10 seconds. It's beautiful. Nature is just beautiful. High caves. Was it? High caves, yeah. Did I miss a world? Fuck, I've actually missed a world. Alright, we're gonna do high caves and then we'll call it a stream to correct that little mistake. Where the hell did I leave a bloody level behind? It's not in there. Oh, the one at the top of the bloody supercharge pad. The one most out in the open is the one I missed. Perception +5. Oh, I hate this level. Like, I love the little mini narrative they've got going on here with the wizards fighting, but the actual level design, especially when you get to the spider caves, is just kind of bland. It's very tropey. It's very platformy kind of platforming. And then the spiders themselves are just a fucking pain. And you have to keep running back and forth till they get the power up to kill them.
They insist on moving everything in sight.
More stereotyping and elitism from the dragons. Very cool. Now they're hitting painting. Right there. As soon as I can bloody hit it. There we go. Art gallery unlocked. Because I'm so skillful. I can ride the platforms. I guess it has got one interesting gimmick, except it kind of defeats the whole platforming thing. And it's that these fairies save you if you fall off here. Specifically because I think at some point you almost have to fall off, but it seems like it would have been a better idea just to design the level in such a way that that doesn't happen.
When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
You played yourself. Congratulations. I believe this is the point where you can't just get back. So they have to save you, yeah. Why wouldn't you just put another little platform in there?
try combining your supercharge with jumping and gliding.
Oh, really?
Really explore the high caves.
Very interesting. Platforming and platforming? You don't say. Don't think I was actually supposed to be able to do that. Pretty sure you're supposed to use the supercharge to get over here. Did you see that? The rubble from one of these chests blocked me from flaming another chest. Huh. Wonder why they bother adding physics to the rubble. And yet another point where you have to be. Why didn't they just put another supercharge over there? Oh well. Oops. Where are the spiders? That way. Ah, let's get a good smooching. Ah, yeah. Love a good super smooch. There we go. Now we're back on track. But I'm afraid that's going to do it for this stream. To those watching, thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a very chill and aesthetic time with this lovely little game. I'll be doing this, I'll probably do this again same time next Wednesday. Bye bye Raptor. Oh, you're cute too. And I also have my usual stream on Sunday. From, was it? I should know this. 4 to 6:30, that's the one. Alright. Bye-bye.